And welcome back, you handsome bastards. Thought I'd try something new. We're Movies and Beyond. I am Dave, and that is Dave 2. We are the Dirty Daves. So, how we doing, Dirty Dave?
Wait, I'm Dave 2, not Dirty Dave.
How we doing, Dirty Dave 2?
I'm very dirty.
Very dirty indeed. You had a fun day at work?
No.
No. I've had a fucking cold day at work. Freezing.
It's quite cold in our work as well, to be fair. Like, they don't turn on the aircon
Nice.
to all the heating, heating. So it's just ice cold, everything you touch.
They just let you suffer.
Bloody great.
Yeah, bloody great it is indeed.
Ooh,
Oh, love it when you get all nice and cold.
and
But anyway,
they say, like, oh, you're not doing enough at work then. I'm like, stood by the fucking till. What can I do?
not stand by the till. But you know, we've been speaking about the cold. Let's speak about somewhere warm. Mexico. The Boys is getting a The Boys Mexico spin-off. I don't know what the fuck it's going to be about. Diego Luna's going to be producing it. He might act in it as well. Also, the guy who played the werewolf in Werewolf by Night. I think he's. I don't want to butcher his name, so it begins with a G. The guy who played the werewolf in Werewolf by Night. He's also going to be producing and might act in it as well. He's been friends with Diego Luna for a long time. They've always worked together. And get ready for this, Kyle. This one's going to really sell you on it. I know you didn't like the Last Boy spin-off, but this one's going to sell you on it.
Go on.
The writer of Blue Beetle's doing it as well. Now, you know, just going off writers, I'm going to mention this a little bit later down the line as well. You don't know what the next piece of work is going to be like. Because you look at Craig Mazin, who did Chernobyl, Last of Us. You know, if you look at his, filmography and the stuff he's written, the stuff he's written before. Written before. Sorry, just being proper Yorkshire.
Well, you're just stupid.
The stuff he's written before is like, it's not to the quality of what Last of Us is. I don't want to say it's shit because I could never, put pen to paper and write something anyway because I'm stupid. But you wouldn't have thought the stuff that he wrote would translate well to the stuff he had written would translate well to.
You're implying in
Chernobyl,
the past.
Last of Us, stuff like that. So you've always got to give writers a bit of leeway. You know, the next thing they write could be the best thing they've ever done in their entire career. But Diego Luna's involved. That's got me excited. Obviously, Andor. We love him in Andor. But I don't get what this would be about. Would it just be the boys in Mexico? Would they introduce us to a new group of soups or something like that? You know, what do you think this is going to be?
I don't know, because I'm not like, I don't know. I guess it's cool, yeah, more boys stuff, but I mean, they did the diabolical animated thing, and that was cool. That was a cool sort of spin-off, I guess. And then they did Gen V, which I just think is not good at all. I think it's not good at all. So, like, hearing this, I'm like,
Second best show at year.
It's like the worst one of the year. I like the names attached to it. That's probably the only thing that's got me excited, because right now I'm just like, I don't want this. I don't want another spin-off of The Boys, because we've had two technically already. We had the animated one, Diabolical, which was okay. You know, I'd be down to have another season of that. But when it comes to like live action stuff, it's just not hitting the same. I spoke to a friend at work about it as well, and he was saying like it's it's not the same as The Boys. It's not got that. I mean, I get it. It's not trying to be, imitate the exact same thing. I get that. But what it's trying to do on its own, it's not catching me. It's not doing it well. Whereas like the Boys, obviously it's its own thing, and it's doing it really fucking well. It's done it for like the past 3 seasons. But the spin-off they did, where they wanted to try something, in that universe, but something new, it just didn't work for me. I hoped it did. I thought it was going to be like a Sky High. I was hoping it was going to be like an adult, mature version of like Sky High. It's like an old Disney film, and it just felt so lazy, and like the story not all was gripping. I didn't really connect with any of the characters. I was just sat there. I would
definitely agree with connecting with the characters in the first 3 episodes. It's like, but by the time you get to the end of that season, you love them all of them.
Yeah, potentially, but I couldn't give a fuck what's going on screen. I was going through the second episode. It was coming up to like the final, 20 minutes of it, and I was just like, I want to turn it off. I powered through it though. I do what you do, and give them a bit of time. I gave it 3 episodes. I jumped straight into the 3rd episode, and I was just sat there like, what am I watching? I was watching it with Zara as well, thinking, this could be something that, it might lean her over into watching The Boys, and she was just sat there bored out of her mind, and I was as well. I was just like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, I loved Gen V. I thought it was amazing. I have a friend at work who I've recently just got to watch The Boys, and then by the time, he had finished season 3 of The Boys, Gen V just had its final episode, and I said to him, I wouldn't have recommended it to you after, but after seeing that final episode, you've got to watch Gen V now. It's a must. You need to watch Gen V. And he actually liked Gen V more than The Boys. He thought it was a lot better.
That's what I mean. Well, here's the thing. That's what I mean. It's everyone's opinion. Like I'm not saying it. I mean, I do think it. I get it. It's about opinions. I really do, but they really need to step it up. It's like, it's not impressed me. The fact that it's had such a, like online, it's had such a positive reception. But for me, when I'm asking people, I'm talking to people, I'm getting a very mixed reception. I'm hearing it's really good, or it's just not good at all.
Like I said, worst things I've heard about it is from you, who don't like it at all, and someone else at work. I'm like the TV guidebook at work. It's like, Callum, what should I be watching? This, that, and that. Fucking, someone else at work, and they were just very middle of the road. It's like, yeah, it's alright. Episodes have got some fun bits in it. It's not as good as The Boys. So there's all these varying opinions out there. Like, you didn't like it, I loved it. It don't mean we hate each other.
And
the thing I hate about it the most is I don't get to watch it with you.
I tried. I do. Yeah. I honestly got to try because I thought this could be some fun to watch till it'll tie us over until The Boys, the next season of The Boys, and I can't do it. I'm sat there and I'm like, I just want to go on my phone. I want to just look at anything else. It makes me want to go and watch The Boys. Like, just turn this off.
Well, you always watch The Boys.
Always want to watch The Boys, but
yeah.
Or just even go and read the comic of The Boys. Yeah. I'm not saying like the comic's bad, but
I am just gonna mute
my
phone.
Okay. I just want to do anything else but watch Gen V. I was just sat there so bored. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. If you like it, fair enough. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yes, it's more stuff for the like the universe of The Boys, well, the TV. I kind of like the story of. Well, I love the story of the Boys, the first 3 seasons. I love the whole plot of it. Gen V just feels like it's adding on some like necessary bits, but you said it ties in with like the next season of The Boys.
It's going to be very necessary come The Boys season 4.
I'm just going to watch the recap or something, or just watch someone explain it on YouTube, because I mean, one of the stupid things I found as well, just one of the stupid things I found in Gen V was just they were looking for something. It was a mobile device, and it was inside of like one of the statues in the crotch area, and I'm like, oh, it's in the crotch. Is that supposed to be funny? Because that's just, I'm not laughing right now. Like, that is such a stupid, it's such a shit joke. They could have done so much better. And the fact that, how
Rock
did it
and
even
Roll
get
Hall
in?
of Fame.
How did it even get? Shut up.
Say it. You
I'm
know
not
the rules.
No.
Rock and Roll
Cock and
Hall
Ball.
of Fame.
Right. I found it really stupid how did he get the phone inside the metal statue in the first place?
With
And
extreme power.
then all of a sudden, like, you know, coincidentally, you have someone who can retrieve it, that can go through and grab it. It doesn't add up together.
Yeah.
It just feels lazy.
I'll say this to you now, though. I'd definitely say, I know you're not gonna, but I'd 100% say it's worth your time. It really is.
I tried, but I was bored out of my fucking mind.
But you didn't see the donut fucking episode.
I don't need to.
You do.
I can watch a clip on YouTube or skip it on Prime. Either way, I'm good.
All right. Anyway, before we go, excited for The Boys season 4 though.
Yeah,
That's got to be next year. It's got to be. Well, it is. They've said 2024. I'm assuming it'll probably come out summertime, like The Boys season 3 did.
When you say assume, you go assume.
Assuming.
Yeah.
Assuming.
I can't tell if you're ever gonna sneeze.
I love sneezing. Did you know a sneeze 1/8 of an orgasm?
Yeah, I know.
And I've sneezed 7 times today.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Yep. Anyway, something I think we can both be on the same page with, because we need to have a hive mind of opinions, and our opinions need to be the same, because we're both robots. Furiosa. We're getting a trailer this weekend at CCXP. Kyle, do me a favour, just turn your mic up just a little, just one butch.
No.
Please. I'll beat you.
No.
How's that?
Right, I'm turning it down then. If that's
No.
Right, how's this? How am I sounding?
You sounded a lot better. Imagine if
Krispy Kreme?
Imagine if you turned it down. I was like, yeah, that's better, mate.
Don't surprise me with you.
Yeah, apparently we're getting a trailer this weekend. CCXP. We've talked about the Mad Max sequel, but we haven't really talked about Furiosa. What are you expecting to see in this trailer? Furiosa.
A lot of sand.
A lot of sand, yep.
A lot of rusty metals.
I thought he was going to go a lot of sex.
A lot of sun, sex, and rusty fucking nails, man.
Obviously, Chris Hemsworth's in this as well.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of sex then.
Yeah. Just the screen's going to be covered in sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should just call the film Mad Sex.
Yeah. It might be. Furiosa could be a cover title. Well, obviously, we've already gushed about Anya Taylor-Joy this week with the, news that we're not going to get into here because we'll get executed online again.
Yeah, bring it on, you fucking nerds. I'll take you all on.
Shut up, Kyle. You're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm a geek. Yeah.
Nah, and saying that makes you a nerd. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what George Miller's done with this. I'm really excited to see Anya Taylor-Joy in this role. Would I have preferred like Charlize Theron doing it? Absolutely. But if they're going that far back, then yeah, they need to cast someone who looks a bit younger in the role. So I get that, but new trailer. We've been so long without anything Mad Max. When this film comes out, it'll be 9 years since Fury Road. I think that was one of the best films of the last decade, Fury Road. Just so simple, but so good. It was like a 2-hour-long car chase. It was great. So yeah, trailer this weekend. I can't wait. Kyle can't wait. You can see the excitement in his eyes. But let's get on to this next topic, because this is what Kyle really wants to speak about. The gamer in himself. I'm very interested to see what he says. Fallout! We've got some new images for the Fallout TV show. My Fallout experience is very limited. I played a lot of Fallout 4. I never finished Fallout 4, but I played a lot of it. I would just do dumb, random shit on it all the time. My big thing was just trying to collect power armor in my main base, just so I could have loads of different power armors. That was all I was interested in.
I do what Iron Man did with his display.
Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure everyone did that. Everyone wants to do that. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You can correct me here right now. And the people in this power armor, is that the Brotherhood of Steel?
I can't see that. Yeah, well, the one at the bottom right is definitely, but I'm not sure about the rest because I can't see the.
They've got the same logo.
I'm pretty sure it is the same logo. Then it's Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah. So right, I knew there was a Fallout TV show coming out. This looks like, just going by these images, it looks like it's going to stay very faithful to what the game is. I kind of recognise some set pieces that looks like Fallout 4. I'm pretty sure in the pictures I saw the baseball stadium. Maybe. It's all got that similar sort of look of like this.
I can't lie, I'm not very well up to date on this TV show because I felt like I was waiting forever. Like, I heard about it a little bit and I was like, oh, it's coming, but we don't know when. So it's interesting to get these images and actually see it now. I don't feel like anyone's ever talked about this, really. There was like an announcement maybe like ages ago, and I'm talking ages ago. And then since then, it's just been kind of radio silent.
Yeah. No. Obviously, being the big Fallout player here that you are, and loving your Bethesda games, we're still waiting on that Starfield review. We'll get it, I'm pretty sure, once you start playing it again.
That'll be done as soon as I re-download it.
All right. Yep. Fair enough. Yep.
Yeah.
What are some things you want to see in this show? Because for me, it's you played the story, you finished the story of Fallout 4. I'm pretty sure you've played the other games as well. I never did. I got a little bit into it, but I just like messing around in the game.
I don't feel like Fallout's with Fallout, it's not. When there's a game that comes out for it, or there's like a piece of DLC, well, not the DLC, but when there's like big mods coming out for it, that's the only time I personally hear about it. I've played 3, I played a little bit of New Vegas. I didn't manage to finish it. I didn't grow up playing the Fallout games. I kind of was introduced to them later. I played Skyrim before I even played Fallout. So I
got your thingy out.
am a massive fan, yeah. My Pip-Boy. I have the Pip-Boy from Fallout 4. It is a piece of plastic shit. It is falling apart. I am not getting it out ever. Always. I just agree with you now when you say shit. I'm just like, yeah, cool. So with this, it looks the part. Yes. Is it gonna play the part? And that's the thing. It's weird because I didn't mind it as much, but I get it. It definitely, I do prefer the older way of how they did the game. So in Fallout 4, they simplified it with the dialogue, and they made the protagonists you play as. Yes, you could customize them and do whatever kind of role you want to do. You could be a thief, you could be a mechanic guy and build all your armors and stuff. You can be a weapons guy, a sword guy, whatever. That's what Bethesda games are. If you're a fan of anything Skyrim, Fallout, that's what they do. Starfield, it's all about player choice, and it doesn't want to limit you onto what you can do and what you can become. You can become really nice and generous, or you can be an evil bastard. You can do whatever you want to do. with it being a show, you now have to pick one or the other. And it's going to be very limiting on what it can do. Because, yes, it could tell a great story, but the whole thing about the Fallout games is it's your choice. You create the story, in a sense. You know, you go through these missions and you do these things, and you are near enough given a choice all the time. Now, with Fallout 4, which is their latest Fallout game, well, no, it's 76. We won't talk about that.
No, talk about Fallout 76. Let's talk about it.
No,
you just reminded me we played that a bit.
We did. It is a bit better now. It's not like a great Fallout game by any means, but you could have fun if you played it on co-op. With Fallout 4, anyways, going back to that, with Fallout 4, they simplifies the dialogue system, so it's like you can make a joke, ask a question, be a cunt, or be nice. In the old Fallout games, including the old Elder Scroll games, you had literally like so much dialogue to really flesh out your character. Whereas now they simplified it and they really sort of dialed back, and it took away that thing of this character being you, because the character had a voice.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay. It added a little bit of cinematicness to it, but at the same time, I wish there was an option, because I would have played it with the voice actor on for your character, and then I would have gone and played it with the voice actor off. There's been mods that have done that. And with this, it's literally just like more of what people don't really like. It's a voice protagonist that, it's a TV show, I get it, they have to have this. But how is it going to translate well? Because it's not your character. You're following this character who's coming out of the vault. Yeah, they might have an interesting story, they might be an interesting character, but,
Yeah.
The thing they need to get really right then, and it's clear that they're doing it just from the pictures and the way it looks, it's the world around looks like Fallout. If they can't do that, if they're limited in what they can do by, not having your own character in a TV show kind of thing, obviously that's impossible. At least have that world that you know from Fallout be very present.
Oh,
and that's what it's looking like.
Calling it right now, the picture underneath you, that is the end of the first episode. Calling it right now.
I mean, like in Fallout, obviously at the start of the Fallout games, especially the third one, you spend a lot of time in the first vault, and it wouldn't surprise me. So I am up for this. It could be, it's definitely a visual treat. It is definitely going to be cool to see these things in live action, but they really need to get that story right.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them personally, because the standard of video game adaptations on TV has been set this year by Last of Us.
Yeah.
And that is possibly the best show all year anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it has to live up to The Last of Us, because it's different studios, different writers, different IP. But from the general
TV, it's going to definitely. Yeah. The thing I'd love to see in this is just all the what the community has done with these games.
Yeah.
You've seen all these jokes and stuff. Have some of these jokes in it. Have some of these things in it
I think
make Fallout.
I think my favourite Fallout story is the guy who bought Fallout 4 with bottle caps. Like, he saved up all his bottle caps and then sent it in to Bethesda, and they give him the collector's edition.
They really need to connect with the community around Fallout with this. They can't try and go out and get a new audience, because this isn't going to tailor to just everyone. They have to really nail that Fallout audience with this, and if they don't, this thing's not going to do well. But by the looks of it, with the power armor and the ghouls and the Western vibe, it looks like it's heading in the right direction. It pains me to say this. It's like this looks like it's, well, not pains me, but it's a disappointing thing to see. Like, there's so many great games out there, and we've only started having good adaptations recently.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I wish. For me personally, I'm a big Halo fan, and I was like, this
really?
show, the Halo show. I wish the Halo show. If I had to wait for the Halo show, I would have happily waited for The Last of Us to come out and do as well as it did. Hopefully, this will do well as well. And then Halo, you know, when they're creating a Halo show, they'll look at it and go, all right, okay, people really want it to be really a part of the game. They don't want to just do your own random thing.
Yeah.
You know, they had one job. Just don't take off his helmet. I get it. You want to add, you know, emotion to it, but it's like they've proved so many times that you don't need to see a human face to, you know, to show off emotion. Look at Transformers, the Bumblebee film. Optimus had his mask covering his face, and there was so much emotion just with like his eyes, and he's a robot.
A great example of that is, you know, the film be what it is. Chappie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. You know, with the ears, you know, the antenna. That's, you know, obviously you can't do something like that with Master Chief. Like, give him a little antenna and it goes floppy when he's sad.
But that's the thing. But like Master Chief, like he doesn't. It's like in Halo 4. You can tell he was quite, you know, saddened by what's happening with Cortana. There's a little scene at the end of the game, and it's beautiful. It's done well. All he does is he looks down to the right. You never see Master Chief do that. You know, He's always just focused on the mission, and then when there's a shred of emotion, it was just not done well. So with this, anyways, going back to Fallout, it looks the part. It just needs to play the part now, and they really, really need to sink their teeth into the Fallout universe.
Yeah.
I hope that this is somewhat canon to the Bethesda's Fallout universe.
To ask you that, do you think it'll be, you know, canonical to that universe?
I think it will. That's one thing that they absolutely need to do. If they make this separate, it's going to be like, why? Every game, as far as I'm aware, you start out in a different vault. So why not have this story just be live action, start out in another vault, and there you go.
Yeah, no, definitely.
There's no need to separate.
Yeah. Well, I am excited for this. You know, the pictures have got me quite excited. So let's see what they've got to offer. But Kyle, let's talk about our favourite big strong man, Dave Bautista. He posted a cryptic picture on a social media platform. I don't know which one because there's that many and I don't use them all, so I don't really care. He was in James Gunn's parking spot at DC Studios. Took a picture there. Obviously, James Gunn's posted it as well. It seems like they've had a meeting. Obviously, one, I'll ask you this. Do you want to see Dave Bautista in DC films?
Oh, I thought you were going to, ask another question. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Right, okay. Right. What role do you think he could play?
I would like to see Dave Bautista play a role where he maybe starts out as a villain and then turns over and goes to the good side, I guess.
There's one role I don't want to see him do.
Go on.
Because it's too easy. Bane. I think Batista's grown past that.
Yeah.
I think
unless hear me out, unless they really go in depth with Bane and they really show his you know, they go into Bane a bit more with his background and stuff and how he became Bane. That's the only way I see it. If they do another Bane where it's like Tom Hardy, and yet don't get me wrong, Tom Hardy's Bane is pretty good.
You mentioned it now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, don't start. If they're just having him as the villain in this film and he dies at the end or whatever, and he's just like a one-off shoot, then no. But if they're able to flesh out Bane and give him his own character, then, you know, absolutely, I could see, you know, us getting a Bane show. That'd be fantastic, going into his sort of like origins in this version of Bane. I'd be so up for that because, Bane is this big brutish character, but, you know, as far as I'm aware, I'm not a big DC guy. I don't really know too much DC. I'm pretty sure he does have quite a lot of backstory.
Bane.
you know,
he's regarded as Batman's smartest villain.
Well, there you go.
It's,
So I agree with you. I don't want to see him as Bane, unless they're really fleshing this version of Bane out.
Yeah.
But but Bautista has so much potential now. Obviously, James Gunn sees that he wants to really up his roles in films. He doesn't want to be the funny side character anymore.
Yeah, which, we say this all the time. Out of the 3 wrestlers that have gone over to acting, like the 3 big ones, the 3 Batista, Cena, and The Rock. I think we're in agreement is, Cena's definitely the funniest. The Rock is your movie star in the middle.
Action, CGI everywhere.
Yeah. Batista, you want to fight after the first Guardians film. Batista has managed to do the most dramatic stuff and probably have the best performances out of them all, which is crazy to me. But
yeah, it's like
he can act his ass off.
He can. I mean, even like I know we say in like the Marvel movies with Drax and stuff, but it's like he played such a believable Drax, and like he's this brutish guy, but he has a heart, and it's like obviously credit to James Gunn doing that with the character, but I mean, Dave Bautista nailed it. Like he really. He didn't make this one-dimensional character. There's definitely a layer there where it's like, especially at the end of 3, even when he was like just saying goodbye to Mantis, that was just it was heartfelt. And then when he's like talking about when he's like, I can't remember what he says. I really want to watch Guardians 3 now, just for him. It's where he's like, I don't want to be. He says something like, he's going to be like a dad to those kids and stuff. He doesn't want to be a monster, something like that. It's just like,
oh no, it's someone says to him, it says it was Nebula. She says you weren't made to be a destroyer. You were meant to be a father.
Yeah, and just like the way, there. So it was just that whole plot, I guess.
And funny as it sounds, I think it's working with James Gunn that's really helped him carve his craft and get as good as he has in acting. I was thinking maybe like a Brainiac. I think that'd be.
I'd say no, because potentially the thing is, I don't think Bautista wants to be that big armored guy.
Yeah,
the heavy guy.
There is one, and I know he's said before. He says he's not maintaining the physique that he's got anymore. He says he's going to let that go. So we're probably going to see him drop down. But there's one if he was going to keep that physique, which I think would be fucking hilarious.
Well,
Black Adam.
Sure, I mean,
be so mad at that.
I mean, if they do it better than The Rock, then yeah. I mean, The Rock was just like an angry, moody guy, but
yeah. But no, these loads of characters we need to think about it from the the Flash side of things.
Yeah.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, so many different characters. I'm not saying Dave Bautista's going to play Wonder Woman, but I'd see that.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like Flash's Rogues Gallery. He's got a great one as well. Like maybe like a Captain Cold or something like that. Or there's loads to choose from. But the main thing here is he's been talking with James Gunn. The actor strikes over.
Mr. Freeze is a good one.
That's a very good one. Yeah.
I'd so be down to see that.
Yes, and there is a difference between Captain Cold and Mr. Freeze. There is in fact 2 villains in the DC universe with guns that shoot cold. Although Mr. Freeze is a bit more complex, but then again, the Captain Cold that was done on the CW Flash was probably what made that stick out as like a good villain. Like something so stupid, but I forget Wentworth Miller. I believe his name is the guy who played the main one in Prison Break. He did him. He just did a fantastic job. And then when he left the show, kind of all went tits up. But yeah, so is they're talking. It might happen, it might not. Who knows? More than likely it will. James Gunn, he likes to work with who he likes to work with. And I don't think he'll just hand a role to Dave. I think he will make him...
He's going to carve out a role, absolutely. He's going to write it, tailoring it to Dave Bautista.
Yeah, he'll either... Yeah. So Dave's either going to go for a role, or he will write him a role. Definitely. He could even be another Green Lantern, or something like that. Who knows? But, yeah. Right, let's get on to our final topic of the day. Hip hip hooray. I want to go to bed soon, so let's do this.
Funny, because I'm not tired at all. I'm quite energized.
Yes. So, Kyle, Avengers Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty has now one writer who's going to be writing them both. We reported a couple months back that both the writers had been taken off Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty. Jeff Loveness being taken off Kang Dynasty. Michael Waldron being taken off Secret Wars. Well, Michael Waldron's back, baby, and he is doing Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Obviously, Michael Waldron is the creator and writer of Loki Season 1. He produced on Season 2. And famously, he wrote Multiverse of Madness. Now, I'm going to talk about the positives of this first. First thing I will say is, okay, if these are going to be Kang, films with Kang as the villain, which reportedly, Kang's staying, he's not going anywhere. If Doom's in Secret Wars, apparently it'll be a co-villain role, not taking over Kang. It will be Kang as the main villain. Positive I'll say is, the best stuff we've had with any variant of Kang comes from this guy's mind. So, that's a positive. I'll say that. What else can I say that's positive about this? Not much, really. We've, on this channel especially, have been giving Marvel not a pass, because we both love the franchise. We want to see it succeed. It's been such a big part of our life. I'd even say a bad year is not going to get rid of 11 years, 12 years worth of goodwill for us. I do want to see him succeed. But you're getting a writer who's wrote some stuff for you which hasn't translated well to the audience. Now, Marvel knows Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars need to work. They need to hit. Because I think they've started to learn that, there was a time when you could just put Marvel Studios in front of something and it would do well at the box office. That time's over. That time does not exist anymore. People want quality and they want to go see quality. So they know right now these films need to be good. Only other positive way I can look at it is for months they've been looking at everything. So maybe they are happy with, the draft that he's done, the outline that he's done. Maybe they are happy with that. So
maybe they've had a bit more guidance from Feige, the man himself.
Yeah, but
because I know we spoke about it just briefly before the show. It's like Disney's not making $1 billion with any of their products at the moment this year. Well, they're not gonna. Marvel, anything like that, they're not hitting $1 billion at the box office, which is apparently breaking a trend. I saw this anyways on social media earlier today, and I looked in the comments, and fuck me, the most popular comment was "go broke" or "go work" or "go work, go broke." How real this, how real it actually is, and I'm like, it's not that though, is it? It's you had the CEO that came in and diluted the fuck out of the brand, wasn't managing it well, took away power from the guy who made Marvel,
What
the
it
MCU,
is.
what it is. You took power away from him, and then it's like you've planned all this shit, and now you're gone. The old seat, Bob
Iger.
Bob Iger's come back, and now he has to sort of weave his way through this shit that it's like literally it's like someone building a tunnel, and then so it's like someone building a bridge, and you built it for you to go across, but you've built this bridge really, really shit, and then you said, "Oh, I'm not going to go over it. You go over. You go get the whatever's across the bridge and bring it back." That's literally how it is. It's nothing to do with go woke or go broke or anything like that.
Because I said to you, the general, as much as people like to point this out, the general movie-going audience doesn't care in the slightest. All they care about is it good?
Is it worth my time paying a ticket to go to the cinema?
That is all they care about, because that is what they'll do is they'll look at Rotten Tomatoes, or they'll look at a review on like a review website they like, and if it's above a certain number, or if it's got so many stars in the fucking Daily Mail or something when they're reading the paper, they'll go, "Oh, I'll go see that. Looks good." That's all it is. I work with fucking people who you would think would be like this.
What's what you say here now?
No, I think I work with people who would be like, who you think the go woke, go broke stuff would affect them the most, who would think stuff like that. They really don't care. Is the movie good? Is the movie not good? That is all they care about at the end of the day. A friend who I work with says, "Oh, we're going to go see that Marvels, but I watched your review and you said it wasn't good, so I didn't go see it." That's all the general movie-going audience cares about.
And here's the thing, with that statement, "Go woke, go broke," it's very hollow when it's like, it's the thing that people, it's like the negative thing that everyone can just kind of jump on and agree on. Well, I saw how many likes it got. This is the same people that are saying, "Oh, the DC universe is dead, the DC movies are dead," when like the Flash and the Blue Beetle were coming out. It's like, we know it's literally it's not trying to continue the universe. Yeah. It's literally ending, so it doesn't really matter if this movie's good or bad. And they know it. They know that a new universe is coming, and they still say, "Oh, the DCEU is now officially dead. It made such and such. It made no money at all."
Aquaman comes out.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for the shitstorm that's going to bring.
But another thing I want to point out as well: people saying Marvel's dead, Marvel's done. I am pretty sure Quantumania, which would have been one of Marvel's biggest flops ever until the Marvels came out. Quantumania at the beginning of this year made more than every DC film combined this year has made. So, But yeah, no, just, getting back onto Michael Waldron, writing this.
Sorry, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Do you think he's got what it takes to write two Avengers films? Because they're doing one thing I'm happy about. He's writing them both, so there's going to be some consistency there at least.
I just hope it doesn't feel like I hope it doesn't feel like a part one and a part two. That's probably my only worry, I'd say, because you said, he has written the best Kang that we've seen.
Yeah.
In Loki, because I love that version of Kang. The He Who Remains. It's great. He's the eerie presence he gives off is terrifying, and that's what you need from Kang. The Kang we got in Quantumania, he was all right. He were okay, especially his little "You thought you could defeat me? I am Kang." But that's more on Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, what that was followed up with wasn't great, but that speech,
that's probably the only good part of Kang in that film, I'd say. And the suit looked pretty good. It looked a little too CGI at times, but it looked pretty good.
My favourite line has got to be when he's speaking to Janet. And she goes, what are you going to do when you get out here? And he just looks at her and goes, win. It's like, all right, if only you could back that up, that'd be pretty cool.
But this is the thing, He Who Remains can back that up, and it's just there's so much weight to his presence.
Like,
whereas
even him dying was scary.
Yeah.
And he still had a backup plan for that. It's like, what the fuck? So,
like, how many times have you done this?
Yeah. But, Michael Waldron, fair enough. Let's just pray for the best. Kevin Feige is back on. He's got the reins again. And that's all we can hope for. And people might be watching this. Well, we'll say it again. We are Marvel fans at the end of the day. If they do something that's bad, we will say, I did not like the Marvels at all. I thought it had some scenes here and there that were okay. Kyle doesn't like Quantumania at all. You don't like. A lot of people don't like the Dark World, but I quite enjoy it.
Yeah. And then Iron Man 3, a lot of people enjoy that, and I don't. The more I watch it, the more I dislike it. At the end of the day, my opinion is my own opinion. I'm not speaking on behalf of other people here. I'm just saying what I feel, and it's like, all right, maybe you're a comic book fan who knows the roots of the comic books. Okay, fair enough, but it's not trying to. It's called an adaptation. It's trying to adapt it to the screen, so things do need to change. If you copy literally from comic to movie, right? I guarantee you it will not be good. Look at Venom, for example. Just his little speech, like a turd in the wind. Like, it was goofy as fuck. I mean, it will. I don't really care, but it's like that should have really kept in the comics for whatever that was. But they literally took that out of the comic, that little speech bubble, and put it in the film, and it just didn't fit in the film in any way. I'd say it probably fit into Venom 2, probably, when they made Venom a bit more goofier and funnier, but in Venom 1, it was just like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know why we're still speaking now, because I think people just read our titles and then comment. So, yeah.
Probably.
But, yeah. I think that'll do us for today. Yeah, anything you want to add, Kyle, before we go?
No.
Movies and Beyond TikTok is no more. I got rid of it. It wasn't us.
I thought it would be a bit difficult to format in, unless we make shorter videos, but then we're not really, it's weird.
Like what it would be, and it'd be like a bit of fucking work between us both. It would be, we both get every episode of the week and go through and just fucking like edit the fuck out of them, making clips that way. So, yeah, until we've got a bit more time to do something like that, I think we're gonna stick doing what we would. It'd been nice to reach out in different areas, but right now I'm quite happy with the audience we're building here. We've already done so much better than I thought we would. We're on 76 subscribers.
76, nice.
Yeah, 76.
We're on 75 last time I checked.
100.
It's only one, but
100 by the end of the year, and me and Kyle will watch Morbius for 24 hours straight. We promise we will. So, do you know what?
Watch, we get to fucking 99. We get to if
we grow at the rate we've been growing, we won't hit it by the end of the year. So we should be all right, and we shouldn't have to watch Morbius.
It's a bad thing, but a good thing.
Yeah, but
good thing, but bad.
If we hit it just after New Year, we might still do it for you, because I think deep down we want to do it. We say we don't, but I think we want to do it deep down.
Yeah.
Get some pizzas, get some beers, stay up for 24 hours.
Order a Morbius.
Yeah.
Hot toy. Just unbox it as well.
Burn it.
And then and chuck it out window.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then throw it at the screen. but the screen will still be playing.
Oh God, I don't know how we're gonna make it through that. But thanks for watching. I've been Callum. That's been Kyle. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you guys think of these stories. You know, what excites you the most. You know, tell us that we're shills or something like that. You know. But yeah, say goodbye, Kyle.
No.
No? Okay. Don't say goodbye. No, do say goodbye.
No.
Don't say goodbye.
No.
Do say goodbye.
Okay.
Shut up. See you later.